Okay. I'm not really sure how I got here. Um, it kind of just feels like each day kind of moves right into the next without much plan, without much, you know, fanfare. There's no stopgap. There's nothing to really keep me from do what I'm doing. It's a bit of a mess. I mean, I went to school like everyone else. I went to high school. I have family, house, blah blah blah. You know, just can't say that I got very far on my own. You know, and I feel the pressure. Of all the other people who've helped me, all the people in my family. You know, even outside my family. But if I really think about it, the amount of people that I have like close connections to, not to say these aren't strong bonds, but I suppose in life it takes so much more energy, so much more consideration, and then not just consideration, but then like energy. You gotta put that. You gotta take that initiative. You gotta put that into action. And it's not to say I don't make plans. It's not to say I've never made plans. It's not to say that my plans haven't worked out or that I just really suck at this shit. But it is hard. It is most definitely hard. Um, none of this stuff is like guaranteed. None of this is easy. And I don't want to be around. Oh, you're just complaining. You're just whinging about how bad life is, how much it sucks. And it's like, can I not? I mean, look, don't leave it to me to be the one, saying this shit. Obviously, I'm in the worst position. I've been unemployed for like a whole year, and in that time, I have not made any income. If I'm being truthfully, if I'm being completely honest, I've made no income, and as foolish and selfish as that may be, I was just simply left to languish. You know, I was simply left to just, you know, be about my own shit. And I mean, that's not a bad thing. No, it's not. It's not like it's not something I wanted, but it's not exactly to say that this is my space, that this is my home, this is where I choose to be. No, I chose to be here because I chose to stand still. I chose to seek comfort. I chose the comfort I already knew. I chose to stick it out, thick and thin with the people that I've only known, being my family. I've I chose to work, for the sake of others and not so much for my own, you know. Sure, I got some perks out of it too, but I'll be honest, it's kind of taken more out of me than I've actually gained. So, um, at least right now it feels like that. I think it's always going to feel like that though. At least until I get a good job that's um, gonna pay me enough. I mean, at the end of the day, I've just been working these jobs for like since I was like 18. Just working jobs. I tried getting a job when I was like younger, but I never had the grades. And with the permit paperwork, they always got to make sure, like, oh, we got to sign off on this too, and they never did because my grades weren't there. So it is what it is, I guess. But even license. I never got a license. As much as I would like to just throw it out, it's like, oh, that's their fault, or like it's their fault. It's everyone else's fault as to why I get a license. It's like, bro, it is hard to get a license. If you, for one, don't have a car. For two, kind of afraid of cars, or like really offset. Like, I'm put off by the idea of driving a car just because it's like, it is a big metal box. You're driving at like upwards of, you know, a fraction of 100 miles. Like, that's still, it's fast. The human body can explode within like, what, going 30 miles an hour? You hit someone with a 30-mile-an-hour car, man, all the bones in their body shattered. Shattered. So, don't come at me about, oh, it's just a fucking. Look, man, when I was 16, I tried getting a license. They said, you need to have a learner certificate saying that, you're good, that you went to a driving school, and so that way we can set you up to do the permit. Because you couldn't get a permit until you were 18, at least until a few years later after I turned 18, and then they changed that. Um, by that time, I had already dropped out. But, I had family that looked out for me, and, my auntie took me in for a year to help take care of my grandma, and, you know, um, it was kind of a small blessing because I really did get to spend a lot more time understanding folks and getting to know folks that I had not um, really got to know until I spent that time there. And as much as I would like to keep those relationships tighter, I just kind of kept them in the back of my mind. I still think about them very often. I still think about them very fondly. It's just I struggle with the expectation that, with some kind of fucking imaginary thought that floats around in my head that, they're going to be, uh, you know, disappointed, in the person I am today. But yeah, I guess it's hard to fight that feeling since I kind of know it's true. You know, I'm not nearly the man I want to be. I'm not nearly the man I thought I was going to be when I was a young kid. But, lo and behold, here I am. I'm like 28 now. I I'm super deep in whatever identity I have now, and that identity is, uh, you know, actually, I'm not even sure. Is this even picking all this up? I really hope this is picking up all the audio. Um, I'm just gonna, okay. Shit, man, I think I lost like 8 years working these jobs, minimum wage jobs. So I'm just like going nowhere. You know, I'm just going up in pay like dollar by dollar by dollar. Retail to retail, and then I had like a pretty bad panic attack when I left my first job, and that kind of sent me spiraling. That really fucked up my head. Um, I'm over it now. I kind of picked up a lot of new and interesting perspectives from that whole experience, but you know, you still fight it. You still you don't live an easy life, man. You're always on the brink of a systematic collapse. And suppose I just never found a way out of this cycle of systematic collapse. Not to say that my mental state's any worse now because I keep going through this, but more of a, went from my mind to now my whole kind of life. It's spread out, and now my whole life is sort of a ramshackle of things that once were and things that I wanted to be, but also things that just never came true and now are just kind of sticking around, sort of like bed sores. You know, I'm um, I'm sort of trying to find my legs again. After a year of being unemployed, a year of not doing anything with myself really. I met a friend from the past that reconnected with, and as great of a friend as he is, I understand that to some extent for me, I feel a bit of a burden on our relationship just because, I want to be a good friend to him, but I can't because, I mean, I just don't have the resources to kind of, I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't really owe him anything, and maybe he don't even care, but, it matters to me. I don't like owing people things. I don't like feeling like as if I'm the one taking more than I'm giving, and I don't and it just don't sit right. It just don't sit right. But I've it's something I'm accustomed to, and that's not right. You know, that's not the man I want to be. But suppose I lost track of that idea or whatever vision I had. You know, it's not so much that stuff feels shittier now that I'm an adult or like the joy is gone. It's more about I like every day is a decision to see life in a certain way, and that's kind of all I have. Like if I can't wake up and have the day kind of start off okay enough for me to feel good about okay, maybe something can happen with this day, maybe I can do something with this day. But man, it just kind of feels like no matter what I do, it's just like either I'm hitting a wall skill wise, like I just don't know what to do, or I'm hitting a wall like circumstance wise, like I just don't know where can I go, like I don't know, I mean, look, uh, this whole document I got here, man. This whole document I got here is like, it's a big little thing. And this is just packed full. I'll probably go through this at some point, but this is packed full of like me. It's my voice. It's me trying to talk to myself. It's me trying to echo some kind of guidance. I'm just not really receiving. Not to say I've never received guidance. There's great figures in my life that I hold at high esteem. Even people I've never met. We all have our role models, but it just, where are they when you need them? They die. They go back home. They live in a whole different place. You just can't access them. And you know what? I made the foolish decision of languishing on my phone, my only communication device to the outside world, and well, I tried to get another one, but that broke immediately, and then I couldn't repair it because the aftermarket cost of the parts were much more expensive than even just buying it. So that was kind of a crapshoot. And so now I'm just kind of left with this thing, and I've been working with this thing for a while, and it's been like this all for a long ass time. Same with my phone. I got this I got this from family. Like I was given this because I couldn't solve my situation on my own. You know, I mean, what is a man that can't solve his own problems? It's not a man at all. Is he a child? Definitely not treated like one. I feel like one still. I do. Still treated one like one though. Makes it really hard to make decisions that feel like a man's making them. And yet there's also something deep inside me that's biting. It's always ever present. It's always at the top, but also at the bottom. It's at the floor of my mind. It's always spiking itself. It's it's a feeling of so what? It's a feeling of fuck you. It's a feeling of it's not this shit's not even over till I say it's over sort of deal. It's like an overconfidence that bruised up that it's not like it's fighting. There's nothing to fight. In my mind it's nothing but mist, but it's on the floor, it spikes. It's like a venomous symbiote. It's like venom, it's like symbiote. Comes up, tickles in it. It's like every time I'm just like, you know, my life is like this, my life is like that. There's something within me that constantly keeps going. I'm a fucking god. That's that's not important. That's not so much that it's not important. I don't don't know. I guess it's just a feeling. I don't know. Is this relevant? Is this relevant? Probably not. Maybe I'm rambling. Anyways, I suppose this is just a pure raw introduction. Um, my name's Tony. Go by Thangnosis. Go by a few different names. I want to help. I want to do something with myself, desperately so. I want to make money. I want to be able to get away from my circumstances the way that they are currently. Find new and more upsetting circumstances, but with a much more capable and powerful older man that I will be. I mean, if this shit's for life, then this shit's for death too, so. Why am I sitting around waiting to die? Wasn't really my choice, but then again, my choices led me here, so. All those do for themselves that those who cannot don't do, or something like that. I really hope this audio got recorded. Anyways, I have a few different channels, Instagram. Don't go to my Facebook. Let me think. I have an X. I have like a Twitter account. I might post up there. I want to start streaming, so if anybody's interested in me streaming, talking, doing that kind of thing, do keep in mind I live with some roommates, so expect very few conversations in the background. Don't involve me. They don't involve me. They're completely separate conversations. Even though they may sound like they involve me, they don't. And I do art. I do a lot of art. I actually have a lot of art. And if I'm being honest, I've never really felt like sharing it. That's not really true. I did it way back in the past. Only true OGs would know, but way back in the past. If you like it, please let me know. If you think I can improve, please let me know. I have lived in a box all my life, for the most part. Quaint, serene. Well, actually, no, let's take that back. It's definitely not been serene. It's quaint, for sure. It's loud. It's hard to get feedback. Hard to know what you're doing when you're walking around in the dark. So, I'm just being over dramatic. I'll catch you later. Make sure to like and subscribe. It'll help the channel. I want to grow this as best as I can. I want to be consistent at this as best as I can. But I think for the moment I'll do it like all things in life. Take it slow. I will take it really, really fast first and then slow. Or maybe I'll go slow first and then the fast. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Or if you would like to help me and be a helpful person, please tell me something that you think would be helpful. Even if it, maybe isn't. As long as you're trying to be helpful, it's a thought that counts, right? Anyways, I guess I'm just rambling. Hope you have a good day.